December 2019. Tumen River ice. -25 degrees Celsius. A night so cold my breath froze white in the air. I was crawling across the frozen river in a black wetsuit, knee-deep in snow. Behind me, voices shouted, "Stop! We'll shoot!" Gunfire erupted. The ice cracked beneath me as searing heat tore through my left shoulder. Blood poured, but I couldn't stop. Across the river, I saw lights. That was my only hope. In my pocket, a USB drive. Just 8 gigabytes. Inside it, 5 years of my work. Complete blueprints, autonomous attack drones, weapons designed to kill civilians. Everything I'd built, every line of code, every design flaw. My name is Kim Jin-hyuk. I'm 39. Until 2014, I was just an ordinary engineer who graduated from Kim Il-sung University with a physics degree. My father was a military general. My mother, a party official. My life followed a predetermined path. Then in summer 2014, I received a summons. State Security Department, Special Research Facility. You have been chosen. With those words, my life changed forever. 200 meters underground, deep in the mountains outside Pyongyang. Above ground, just a civilian factory. Below, a massive research complex. On my first day, the elevator descended for over 5 minutes. When the doors opened, I was stunned. State-of-the-art laboratories, 3D printers, supercomputers, foreign technical manuals. Here, you will build our nation's future. The director's words. I was thrilled. Truly. Cutting-edge technology, brilliant colleagues, unlimited budget. Every engineer's dream. The first 2 years were happy. We developed small unmanned aircraft. Reconnaissance, they told us. Border surveillance. Infiltration detection. I handled autonomous flight algorithms. AI that could navigate terrain without GPS, finding its own routes. We worked day and night. Discussing, failing, trying again. Fall 2016, our first prototype succeeded. The test flight was perfect. Excellent work, comrades. Now we move to Phase 2. I had no idea what Phase 2 meant. The changes came gradually. New team members arrived. Chemistry majors. Explosives experts. Meeting topics shifted. Can we increase payload capacity by 5 kilograms? Calculate blast radius. Urban high-rise targeting simulation. I began to wonder. Then in spring 2017, I accidentally saw a classified document. Operation Red Falcon. Lists of coordinates. Seoul, Tokyo, Washington. Department stores, subway stations, schools, civilian population centers. My hands trembled. This isn't for reconnaissance. I couldn't sleep that night. The next day, I carefully asked a colleague, "What we're building, is it really defensive?" He glanced around and whispered, "Brother, don't ask questions. Just do what you're told. That's how you survive here." I understood then. I was building weapons of mass murder, targeted at civilians. After that, everything looked different. The laboratory was no longer a dream space. Every morning I felt sick commuting to work. Each drone I helped complete would mean someone's death. Nightmares plagued my sleep. Burning cities, screaming, children falling. But I kept working. Why? Fear. Suspicion here meant the end. For me, for my family. Surveillance was 247. CCTVs everywhere. Phone calls recorded. Weekly family visits were permitted. But conversations were monitored. Summer 2018, one of my colleagues disappeared. Dr. Lee, a friend I'd worked with for 3 years. One day he didn't show up. Nobody mentioned him. Where's Drive? Lee? Better not to know. Terror ruled the facility. We worked in silence, each thinking only of survival. Early 2019, the final prototype was complete. Autonomous drone, JS-7. 12 kilograms weight, 400 kilometers range, 3 kilograms explosive payload, perfect precision targeting, and most importantly, fully autonomous. Once programmed, it executed missions without human control. A demonstration was held. High-ranking officials attended. Excellent. Begin mass production. First target 200 units. Applause filled the room. I couldn't clap. That night, I made my decision. No more. This is wrong. But how? Escape seemed impossible. 24-hour surveillance, access control, family held hostage. Then one option came to mind. Take evidence out, blueprints, programs, all technical data. Expose this to the world. At least international pressure might stop it. I spent 3 months preparing. Little by little, transferring data to my personal computer, studying ways to fool the security system. Then in November, my chance came. Annual family visit permit. 3 days of external stay allowed. I met my wife and daughter. Honey, I might have to go far away soon. What are you talking about? I'm sorry. I can't explain. Just trust me. My wife looked at me with fearful eyes. Don't think dangerous thoughts. I held my daughter, 8-year-old Ji-eun. Daddy loves you. Remember that. That was the last time. December 15th night. I escaped the facility. Evening shift. I deliberately stayed late. At midnight, security was loosest. Through a bathroom ventilation shaft to an external passage. A route I'd practiced for 3 months. I walked through mountains for 5 hours. Gasping for breath but unable to stop. 30 kilometers to the border. 4 a.m. I finally saw the Tumen River. The frozen river. China lay beyond. I put on my wetsuit and stepped onto the ice. Carefully, trying not to make noise. But halfway across, who's there? Searchlights found me. Border guards. Stop. I ran. Shots rang out. 1, 2, 3. The 4th bullet pierced my shoulder. It burned. No, it was ice cold. Nearly fell but kept moving. The USB. I thought only of the USB in my pocket. I must deliver this. 10 meters. 5 meters. Finally, I touched land on the other side. Chinese territory. No more gunfire behind me. I collapsed in the snow. Consciousness fading. Then someone shook me. Are you okay? Chinese. I managed to say. Embassy. Korean embassy. Understood. Wait. 3 days later, I was in the Korean embassy in Beijing. Shoulder surgery completed. Safe room. A diplomat came. We've verified your data. This will create international waves. I nodded. It has to. The world needs to know. What about your family? Family. Everything crumbled in that moment. My wife. My daughter. What's happened to them now? Because of me. Can we save them? The diplomat shook his head. It's difficult. Security probably arrested them already. Tears came. For the first time, I cried. I abandoned my family. For my conscience. 5 years have passed. Now 2024. I live in Seoul. Working with human rights organizations. Exposing North Korean weapons development. Testifying for international sanctions. My data was cited in UN reports. Several countries moved to block North Korean drone technology leaks. Some plans were halted, they say. Is that consolation? I still have nightmares. Every night the same dream. Ji-eun crying, asking, Daddy, why did you abandon us? I can't answer. Any answer sounds like an excuse. I'm a traitor. I betrayed my country, betrayed my family. But I kept my conscience. Maybe saved hundreds, thousands of innocent lives. Does that justify it? I don't know. Last week at a Defector meeting, someone asked, do you regret it? I thought for a long time. I regret it every day. But, if I went back, I'd do the same. That was honest. The pain of losing family is endless. Every night I hear Ji-eun's voice. Remember my wife's last look. But if I'd done nothing, if those drones had fallen on Tokyo, if Seoul subway stations exploded, could I have lived with that? Probably crushed by greater guilt. People call me a hero. Courageous. They're wrong. I'm a coward. Real courage is staying and fighting. I ran away, with evidence, wrapped in the name of justice. But ultimately, I fled, leaving my family behind. These days I think, what's the line between betrayal and responsibility? Duty to family versus duty to humanity, which comes first? There's no answer. Every choice carries a price. I'm paying mine. Every day, every moment. But one thing is certain. Silence is complicity. I was silent for 5 years. That silence completed the weapons. Any later, hundreds would have died. So I want to say this. If you know something's wrong, company, organization, nation, whatever it is, don't stay silent. The cost is frightening. I was terrified too, but silence is the greater sin. I still wait for the day Ji-eun grows up and learns the truth. Whether she'll forgive me or curse me, I don't know. Either way, I'll accept it. That's the price of my choice. Crossing the Tumen River that night, I almost died, but real death wasn't that. Living without family every day, missing them every day, that's real death. Slow, agonizing. But I chose this pain. To prevent greater pain. What would you have done? Chosen family or conscience? I still don't know the answer. But I know this. Whatever you choose, you carry that weight for life. I'm living with that weight now. Heavy, but bearable. Because at least I know. I didn't stay silent. Didn't cowardly look away. Is this betrayal or responsibility? You judge. I was just human. Imperfect. Fearful, but with a conscience. Just human. This is my story. Not yet finished. Someday when the 38th parallel disappears, I'll run north to find Ji-eun. Until then, I'll live with this guilt, with this hope. This was one engineer's choice. Maybe wrong, maybe right. History will judge, but I don't regret it. It hurts, but no regrets. Because this was the only human choice I could make. You'll face a choice someday too. Between safety and justice. Between silence and truth. Remember then.